Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Touchdown Talk Podcast. Let's fucking
Whoa!
go.
Love the drum roll.
Episode
That was great.
5, baby.
Put your fives up.
Yes,
Let's go, baby.
sir. As you all know, I'm Anthony, and here with me tonight is Ryan and Evan, my other co-hosts here.
What's up?
Yes,
What's up?
sir.
And we got a fucking packed episode for you guys tonight. We got some very good NBA stuff to talk about. Celtics take game 3, giving us some
Yup.
hope. And
Yes,
got
sir.
some other NFL stuff as well. So let's fucking go, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's get right into it,
Let's do
man.
it.
Our first big headline. Literally, it was so funny because we recorded the podcast about a week ago, and literally the very next morning, this news came out that George Pickens was traded to the Dallas Cowboys for I think it was only a third round pick, and then it was like a pick swap in the
Right.
fifth round or sixth round or something. So, you know, the Cowboys really didn't have to give much up to get George Pickens, and really a huge addition for them. So how do you guys think about the new look Dallas Cowboys offense, and what do you think this says about the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I think it doesn't help the Steelers at all. I
No,
think.
not right
Oh, sorry.
now.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't think it helps the Steelers at all. You didn't help. You didn't fix the quarterback situation with that trade. You gave whichever quarterback less people to throw to. Oh, and you know what? We're gonna use Robbie Woods as our wide receiver too. Great idea, guys. That's genius.
Robert
Anthony,
Woods
what
is
do
the
you
guy
got?
they got.
So who are they? Really, the only guy they got now is Metcalf, right?
Yeah, and Pat Fryermuth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they got Calvin Austin, the third. Right?
Oh,
He
he was
had one
decent.
long touchdown last year. He's got some speed, right? He's a
Yep.
slot guy. You know,
How do you think George Pickens will feel from going from a wide receiver two to a wide receiver two? How do you think he'll
was he? But
feel?
was he a wide receiver too, though,
I
in
mean,
Pittsburgh?
like,
I mean, he was their wide receiver 1 last year. He
yeah, because
just,
there's no one else to throw to.
yeah,
Correct?
he
Am I
was
thinking of
never
that
like
correctly?
true
He
wide
plays
receiver
like a
1.
wide receiver. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So, like, is he still gonna bitch and complain about not getting enough targets, even though he
I
has
I
CeeDee Lamb
think
throw?
I think this kind of like solidifies like where he's at,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's not, I think it's gonna serve as like a wake up call, I guess, as far as his role. Like you're saying, like he can't complain about not getting targets. Like you're the clear number 2.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh, it was like I am the number 1, so give me
By
targets,
default, yeah.
because there wasn't really any competition, right? But now,
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, you know who the top dog is. CD is the top dog, and Pickens is there, and I think he's going to have good playmaking ability, and I think he'll probably have a better season as a wide receiver too. Um, just because he's going to have the defense is going to be keyed in on CD, so they're not going to be focused on him
Yeah.
as much.
I mean, I think if I'm Pickens, I'd say it was pretty good for him, only because you're going from a deprived, questionable quarterback team to Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, and it's the Dallas Cowboys. Well, the Steelers are also a very known organization too, but I don't know. I don't see it being a win or a loss necessarily for Pittsburgh, to be honest, because I feel like last year he just like I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, let's see. I'm gonna misquote his stats as I'm looking them up. Um, I know he had 3 touchdowns last year, which is kind of wild because I feel like I remember
That's
him
it.
having like a 2 touchdown game.
Yeah, I
Um,
swear he did. I had him in fantasy, so I feel like he definitely had more than 3 touchdowns.
I s- yeah, I mean, 2024 he had 900 yards exactly and 3 touchdowns on 59 receptions.
Jeez.
Oh my God,
And I
that's pretty
swear to
good.
God, one of those was a 2 touchdown game. I want to say against the Jets. Um, so really
That's
not a
insane.
good year. Not
No,
not that
that's
great, really.
so. I heard something today, if I'm not mistaken. I could be I could be wrong on this, and this is just from what I heard, that the Steelers got more for Chase Claypool when they traded him than they did for George Pickens.
Did they really?
That's
I mean,
again, that's what I
That's
heard.
kind of wild.
That's what I heard. I don't know. I didn't look into it. It was I heard it somewhere recently, but I was like, no way.
It could be true because sometimes these NFL teams, once they're like absolutely done with a guy, they sometimes give him away for pretty much next to nothing.
Yeah,
he
they'll just
was
take him for
Chase Claypool was in fact traded for a second round pick.
just a second round pick.
That's what Google AI is saying.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a second round pick that was later used to draft Joey Porter Jr.
Oh, that's actually
That was
not.
when they traded him to Chicago.
That
So
seems worth it for the Steelers. I mean, you need the corner help.
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, but yeah, I mean this it's kind of shocking. I feel like we did hear like rumors that Pickens was going to get traded, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that it would be to Dallas. As a Giants fan, it pisses me off because I don't want to see them have any fucking weapons. And I actually kind of like George Pickens, so for him to go to Dallas is kind of frustrating. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes.
I'm with you on that, and I think Tony will probably agree with me on this. I wish the Pats were somewhat in that conversation for him to go somewhere,
Hmm.
and it wouldn't. Again,
Oh,
if you're gonna be wide receiver two, Stephon Diggs isn't a bad guy to be behind.
absolutely. I would take Pickens on the Pats any day right now.
Yeah,
Even after the season he just had.
yeah. I mean, he's what 20, 25.
Yeah, he's pretty young.
He's a
So
young guy for sure.
I mean, I've always been a big fan of youth for NFL players. If I'm
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
like I've
Because injuries are big in the NFL,
yeah,
bro. The older you get, man.
He's 24.
exactly, and I would rather call me crazy if I knew, knowing what I know now, I would have pushed harder for Pickens than I would have Diggs.
You know what? Actually kind of agree with you on that because Diggs is a big name, but when they signed him, everyone was hyped up for him, or most people from the Pats.
Yep.
But I wasn't the biggest fan of it, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Only because it's just a guy who's older and he's coming off a torn ACL, so it's
Yeah,
kind of like,
and yeah, he's also getting a lot of money too. That was my big thing.
yes, yeah.
Like for
I think they overpaid him for
I
more than what
agree.
he was worth.
But he was a free agent though, wasn't he?
Diggs, yes.
Yeah.
So you're not giving up any picks then.
Any capital,
I think
right?
that's the trade off in that scenario is
Right,
you're not giving up on, other picks that you could use on
but
young guys like you're saying.
yeah,
Um,
I'm saying you give up a second round, a third round pick from next year, and like a pick swap of like a fifth. Who
yeah, like I don't think it would be
outside
that
of
big of a
Ian
deal.
not being an owner or anything like that, just being a armchair armchair owner, whatever you want to call him. Like I would have at least thought about the trade, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, it kind
Yeah,
of
if you're the
reminds
Pats,
me.
definitely.
It reminds me a little bit because as a Giants fan, I'm watching the Giants life is coming out where it shows the behind the scenes of the Jackson Dart trade during the draft.
mm-hmm.
It's if you're interested at all, it's a good watch because you get to see Joe Shane, the GM of the Giants, like on the phone with people and how and we talked about the Jackson Dart trade a couple episodes ago, and it was like he originally said that all pretty much all the teams after 25 were willing to listen for trades because they didn't think that their guy was going to be there by the end of the first round, and then by the time it actually happened, their guy was there and they didn't want to trade. So that's why it's just cool to see that like things change throughout the draft
Yeah. Oh
process.
yeah.
But one of the things he said about trading it back into the first round and giving up a third round pick, he's like, no one's going to remember a third round pick. If you hit on that first round quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
no one's going to be mad at you for giving up a third round pick.
Correct.
So same thing. If Pickens goes to Dallas and completely balls out, no one's really going to bat an eye that they gave up a third round pick for him.
Correct.
If obviously if he sucks, then it's a different story. And you say, damn, that third round pick then turned into so and so for the Steelers, and you'll compare that decision with the Pickens
Mm-hmm.
trade. But everything in hindsight is 2020, of course, right? But
Right.
it's just interesting. I'm drawing that comparison just because I watched it recently.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, people are gonna draw a comparison no matter what the trade is. They could give him a 6th round pick, and then it'd be some really good running back. Like, oh my
Right.
god, they could have gotten him. Like,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen no matter what. Personally.
And I actually literally just saw a clip of I want to say it was part of my Take podcast that they had I think it was Adam Schefter or somebody on there, or no,
Mm-hmm.
not it was Ian Rappaport, who knows fucking like everything ever about all the insider shit in the NFL. And I guess the in 2017 when the 49ers had the number 2 overall pick and they passed on Patrick Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
they ended up trading in a late round to get a different quarterback. And in that trade, like somehow the picks that were used in that trade ended up being one of the picks that got them Brock Purdy.
Oh
And
my
it was
god.
just so cool to see, like,
That's crazy.
but picks get shipped around everywhere
Mm-hmm.
and you never know like what's going to turn into what. So
Right.
you trade, the Niners trade it to so and so, and then they trade it to so and so, and all the picks switch around, and then you just got to figure it out, man. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but we'll see how it goes down. We can get mad at them later when things don't go our way. Personally, I hope that Pickens sucks, and I hope that the third round pick that the Steelers use also sucks. So that'd be ideal case scenario for me, honestly.
Okay.
You gotta love it.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to our
Yeah.
next bit of NFL news that happened only a couple days ago, and actually I think it was yesterday. Derek Carr retires from the NFL at 34 following a shoulder injury in the 2024 season, or I should say 2023 season, and he decided he's not gonna lace up the cleats anymore. And my initial thing, and I said this in our group text, is like, we're getting kind of spoiled by the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers and the Joe Flacco's of the world who play quarterback well into their 40s. And Derek Carr wasn't someone that I expected to retire anytime soon. But you also have, obviously Derek Carr and guys like Andrew Luck who retires super early when, I mean, I'm sure if Derek Carr was super, super determined, he could get that shoulder surgery and push through the injury and recover and probably have some good football left in him, um, I guess for his standards. But he decided to retire and obviously respect his decision. He gave the league 11 good seasons, couple Pro Bowl seasons, was really good with the Raiders, memorable there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, hate to see him go.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not like hating it. Like I liked him a lot more when he was on the Raiders, but even then, I always thought he was kind of just like mediocre. But if I'm Carr, I get why he retired because if you think about Carr's career, he has been through a lot. So I could see him at that age after coming off that shoulder injury, just being like, I can't do this anymore. So I don't entirely blame him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, didn't he get hurt in a playoff game one year? Like, did they break his leg one year?
I
Like
think
going into the playoffs with the Raiders. He got like
I
really
think
hurt.
so. I think you're
Or
Yeah.
right.
him or someone else.
Yeah, I want to say it was 2016 or 17 that they were going into the play. It might have been the playoff game that he got hurt,
Or he like pulled his
or right
something with his leg.
before.
Something with his
Yeah,
leg.
Yeah.
And I, I always liked Derek Carr. I was never like, oh hell yeah, Derek Carr, that's my guy. I've never said that before. I promise.
Yeah.
I've never said it. But I thought of him as like the Joe Flacco, as like okay, good enough to hang around for a long time, and then towards the end have like a resurgence for a year or two, and then call it quits. I didn't
Yeah.
expect 34, not at all. And I thought he was an okay quarterback. Like, obviously, he wasn't a great quarterback for the Saints, but like he did the job, kind of.
No,
I
it's
saw a stat the other day. He's the only 40,000-yard quarterback to pass. The only quarterback to pass for 40,000 yards and not win a single playoff game.
wow. That's
That's what I'm
incredible.
saying, bro.
I
He's been through the ringer, that guy,
yeah.
man. Like he's been on some bad fucking teams.
I did not validate the stat, but I kind of trusted whoever put it out there. So again, if you want to fact check me, go for it. I will take any bad words that come my way for saying I jumped the gun on that one. But
No, I really think that with the cards that he was dealt in his career, he did what he could early on. Ever since he went to the Saints, it was bad. It was downhill from there. And the Raiders days were good when I feel like he had a lot of game-winning drives. That's what I remember him for. In those years with the Raiders when he was good, I remember him being very clutch in the fourth quarter and at the end of games where it was like he would have some throws that were pretty nasty, and he could get it done when it really needed to happen. And it's like that's the type of stuff that you live for as a football fan, is when the game's on the line and the guy has to make the throw and he freaking makes it. So I mean, something like that is a factor that's like he gave us some of those moments in the NFL.
Yeah, for sure.
So for someone like that to retire, it's like, dang. Now I look back on those moments and be like, I'm grateful for someone like him that we were entertained by this guy as much as, and even last year, some of the bad highlights are also entertaining. And I mean, but even with low key with the Saints, like deep balls to Rashid Shaheed, freaking that was Derek Carr's bag.
Just launching footballs.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, like fantasy wise, after week 1 and 2, it was like, bro, y'all got to pick up Derek Carr. He's actually nasty.
And then week 4, it was all right. I'm gonna drop Derek Carr.
Yeah, and then it was like, yeah, no, we're good. We're all set.
Yeah.
That was wild. The was it 45 points in the first 2 weeks, which
Yep.
wasn't done. And the Saints, that last time that was done was the Saints, which the year they won the Super Bowl, and then they did it
in
again
2009.
last year.
I never knew
wow.
that. I never knew that it was them that did it previously too. Never knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's wild.
So then I guess that begs the question, where do the Saints go now? Because last year after he got hurt, after that time frame we're saying when it's like, okay, maybe Derek Carr's not the guy, you had Spencer Rattler come in. There was someone else too that played that I literally can't remember his name, but there was a different guy who came in.
There was another guy, yeah.
Yeah, he threw some passes. Jake Haener.
I'm pretty sure.
You got Jake Haener. I don't know if he's still there, but
he's still there. No, the QB right now is Tyler Shuck. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his last name.
Yep.
Spencer Rattler, and then it's Jake Haener.
Jake Haener. Wow. So then it's really the Shuck attack, right? Just shuck it up.
Just shuck it up. Why not?
I mean, you think Shuck is gonna start, or you think they'll? Because I feel like they might. I feel like Rattler might start for them.
I think Taysom Hill is gonna start for them.
Bro.
You know what though? That's not too far off. I'm not even gonna lie.
Week 1, I'm thinking week 1 first game, you're gonna have Taysom Hill take most of the snaps at quarterback.
Are you serious? You gotta be joking. That can't be real.
I mean,
here's the thing. I don't know about that one because I feel like
That's fine.
Taysom Hill can come in for a couple plays and probably throw
Hmm.
some passes. Like there's games where he's had. I wonder what his career high for passing yards in a game is. I'm not really sure about that one, but he doesn't feel like a guy who can throw 30 passes in a game. He's not going to sit
Oh,
there
I
in the
don't.
pocket and really air it out like he's not a true quarterback, you know.
I didn't say he'd be good. I just said I think that's who's going to start week one is Taysom Hill. Like I think first snap of the Saints season, wherever they play, home or away, Taysom Hill takes your first snap. I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I I think because of how much stuff you can do with him under center as well. Like he can run, he can throw, kind of. Like
Mhm.
there's a lot of options that you have with him under center.
Yeah, it does
I know
give them
he's
a lot of options.
I know he's like a gadget guy and he's kind of looked at as like not a quarterback, more of like a tight end.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, I think they start him at quarterback week one. He also got that huge contract. Like
So but are you saying he's going to play
go ahead.
quarterback the whole game?
That's where my questioning of oh yeah, if it's not working out, they throw in Shuck or they throw in Rattler.
Okay, so uh Taysom Hill's career high in passing yards in a single game is 291.
It's not bad.
That's pretty
So,
good.
yeah,
That's bang
that
average. That's
is
right. That's about bang average right now in the NFL. I would say.
Yeah.
wow.
So
Yeah, I mean,
you could realistically like you could put Taysom Hill in there and expect him to play like a decent amount of the game.
Again, like
uh
I'm not saying that he's gonna play 18 weeks. I'm not or 17 weeks,
Yeah, the
however
whole
many.
season,
I'm
right?
not saying that, but
okay, so then I'm just looking at stats just to see if we can
mhm,
kind of get some. So last year he only attempted 4 passes and he
okay,
completed 2 of them, but in 2020 he
hmm,
attempted 121 passes and completed 88 of them, 72% completion percentage. He threw for 928 yards and 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. In 2021, he had 978 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks. And those were 2021 is the year that he attempted the most passes, and he attempted 134 and completed 58.2% of his passes. So those are years that I think they used him, a little bit more. But even that isn't
yeah,
like full time QB stats.
hmm,
Yeah. Well, they
But
did get a new coach last
yeah,
year, so maybe
yeah,
that's why. Maybe this new guy just didn't want to use him in that way anymore.
maybe.
yeah. Well, and that was they only had Dennis Allen for half the year. They fired him midway through the season. They had I forget the dude's name, but he was
He was
fucking
a special
screaming at
teams coach.
everybody. Yeah, just
Yeah. Now
like
they have Sean
madman.
Payton now, right? Sean Payton, Saints coach.
Sean Payton's the coach for the Broncos. He's the
No,
Are
Broncos
you
head
he's
talking
the
coach.
Saints
about?
coach. I'm an idiot. No, it's
He
Kellen Moore.
was.
Kellen
He
Moore is the
was. Now
coach for
it's
the
Kellen
Saints
Moore.
right now.
Yes.
It was
Kellen
Kellen
Moore.
Moore from the
Sorry.
Eagles.
Yes. Kellen Moore was
Yeah.
the OC for the Eagles last year. And
Hmm.
before that, I believe he was the OC for the Cowboys. Um, so actually, a
Yes.
really good
He's a
offensive
pretty
minded
good
head coach.
track record.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he probably will have a better use for Taysom Hill in the passing game. And I think just to like kind of put a button on everything we're saying about Taysom Hill is like he's not going to be the full-time quarterback, but it definitely helps for them to have a guy like that who can maybe take some of the pressure off of Tyler Shuck or Spencer
Yeah.
Rattler or whoever the full-time quarterback is.
If if I think Shuck will get the most reps at quarterback this year.
I agree.
Most
It's
likely,
not gonna
yeah.
be Hayner.
No.
I mean, do the Saints trade for someone and bring someone else in? Do they trade for Jameis from your New York Giants?
They don't want him back, I don't think.
I was gonna say, I feel like Jameis doesn't make any
I
fucking
mean,
difference to them.
duh. trying to think of like who else do they bring in? Like Kenny Pickett? I don't know. Like I'm just trying to throw like low tier quarterbacks that they could easily trade for like a fifth
I
round pick.
mean,
That's obviously not going to screw them too
there
much.
are still some free agent quarterbacks out there, right?
Like who?
Like, yeah, like who?
I feel like
I'm pretty sure they're all. I don't know. I feel like they're all, besides Rodgers, they're all like very,
Aaron Rodgers
very
to the
low
Saints. Here we
tier.
go.
Aaron Rodgers, he could go to the Saints though.
He could, but I
Okay,
just that would be so stupid of him.
now I'm
I
just
agree.
looking at a
I
list
also
of
think
guys that are actually on teams, but
I don't think they'd also be able to pay him because they have no cap money like at all.
Oh yeah, they're
they
they're
have
screwed then. They're not getting him.
they have negative dollars. I
oh
would say.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's why. So this is the biggest thing about the whole Carr thing for me is if I'm the Saints, you have like you said they have no cap space.
Mm-hmm.
Your next season you have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
A roster with so many holes, a very depleted team. So like honestly, for them, the only hope is like Tyler Shuck better be like this god, or
Mm-hmm.
if he's not, then it's like that's literally it. Cause like even it doesn't matter whoever else they start is gonna suck on that team. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. And there's
No,
a
I
very
agree.
very good chance that Shuck is gonna suck on that team. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's why I think of like if he doesn't start week 1, he will end up being the starter because they're gonna be so bad that they're just gonna throw this dude in there and say, "Let's see what you got, kid."
Yeah.
But it's like
yeah.
he doesn't have anything on that team to help him, so I don't know how that's gonna go for him.
So you know who is a free agent quarterback? Carson
Who?
Wentz.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
jeez. Oh no.
Yeah, you don't want him.
I
Super
hope
Bowl
so.
He's
winner.
a cancer, dude. He's such a cancer in the locker room, though.
I hope not.
Is he? Is he known
Yeah.
for being that?
Says who?
Is he really?
I've seen reports before of like him
Really?
like, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I
Good
mean,
See,
luck.
I
Could
want
come
to
out of
you
check.
nowhere.
also have someone like CJ Beathard is another one. I'm not seeing too many others, but yeah, I mean, there's guys out there that would be Tyler Huntley, some
Tyrod Taylor.
serviceable
Sorry,
guys.
Two Rod Taylor. He
Tyrod, I
resign? Did
think
he resign?
Tyrod, I think he's on a team.
Is he on team?
It says he's on the Giants still. That's not. No. He's back on the Jets, I think.
Call me
Am I?
crazy.
He's on the. It says he's on the Jets.
That's
Call me
crazy,
Mitch Trubisky.
bro.
Mitchell Trubisky. Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
like,
this is the conversation we're having. These are our options, all right?
I
Carson
was gonna
Wentz or
say,
Mitch Trubisky, like,
Right.
or Jake Hayner, right? Like, you
Yeah.
know, like we're stuck, man. We're stuck.
Yep.
This is what
they
it's
are
like to be a
stuck
Saints fan.
because
I'm
like
glad I'm
all
not.
those guys are literally just as bad as what you have now. So why are you even like? I feel like
That's what
there's
I'm.
no point for them to even go after anybody.
Right. I mean, I think that was kind of what we were doing here, is just kind of throwing out names to be like, hey, there's really no one else you can really do. If you want to
Exactly.
risk it, if you want to roll the dice and gamble a little bit, go for it. But I don't see.
No, it's not worth it.
I don't
It's
see it
not.
being
Yeah, I
worth
would
it at
say
all.
so too.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty rough for them. So
Rather grim out there in NOLA.
yeah. Derek Carr doesn't seem like a bad option now at this point, right?
Dude, bring him back.
Given the other options, I really wish they had Derek Carr, for their sake. But yeah,
That's a really good point. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Weird that you say that. It's like they almost had a quarterback and then he retired.
yeah, it's almost like they had a guy named Derek Carr, who was kind of half decent. It's crazy,
Well, like we said,
but
the
I
cap
think
situation doesn't help them at all either. Like they can't go out and
no,
trade for a
that
guy.
that feels like a tanking team.
Yeah, which would make sense. The other Manning played there as well. The oldest Manning played
There
there.
you go. Yep.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Archie played there once, and now Arch might be there.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I just want to touch on one thing. Last episode we were talking about the schedules for the Pats and the Giants, and I saw a graphic later. The Giants have the hardest strength of schedule of any fucking team. So, like we were talking about it last episode about, you get matched up with the teams that are, obviously the Giants were last in their division. They get matched up with all the other teams that are last in their division, but they still have the fucking hardest schedule out of anybody, bro. And we went through the schedules, and it's like the Giants are going to go 2-14 or 2-15 because they freaking have a crazy schedule.
Dude, the Saints are going to join you. The Saints are going to
and
join
yeah,
you.
the Saints. But the Saints have some competition, I think, when it comes to tanking. They're not going to be. They might not be the worst team. Actually.
Oh, actually, I was wrong. I was wrong before. I got it mixed up. The Saints have the second easiest schedule. Opponent win percentage in the
okay.
NFL.
I still
yeah,
think
that was my fault.
5 games.
But
that's crazy.
Honestly, you're right. They're probably only gonna win like 4 or 5 still.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro.
Oh, we'll get to that after. Never mind. Go ahead. What else you got?
Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's do up some immaculate grids, because feeling like it's time to do some games, baby. Some trivia.
Sure.
So let's do it. Let's do this first one here. What do we got? So let's see. Dolphins and Bucks.
I already have someone in mind.
Who you got? Say it.
I think it's Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I
yeah.
You are correct. Yes, it is Ryan Fitzpatrick on this one.
He could go anywhere on this grid.
Yeah.
Anywhere in that first row, actually.
Was he a Brown?
No, he wasn't a Brown.
No, he wasn't.
But like that Dolphins row, he could go anywhere there.
For 29%, I'll take it.
Maybe we should have been more strategic about that, because I don't know if I can get one.
Maybe.
Jets, are we talking? Was Robbie Anderson a Jet?
He was, or is it considered Robbie Chosen?
Yeah, Robbie Chosen. There you go. Yep.
Bang!
Oh, you got him.
What does that say?
What a pull.
4%. 4% of people pulled that.
So you guessed. So Robbie Chosen played for the Jets and the Dolphins.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how it goes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this next one below him is the Titans and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
You can pick wherever you want though. It doesn't.
You can do
matter.
any one.
So like,
Gotcha.
I know for Bucks Commanders is Adam Humphries, wide receiver.
Okay. Well, didn't he play for the Titans too?
He never played for the Dolphins though.
I know, but I'm saying you could go on the bottom, that Titans Commanders row as well.
Oh, you're right. He did.
If we can't think of a different Buck Commander, which I don't know.
I don't know a different Buck Commander.
I'm not sure.
Or a Titan Commander.
Let's see.
Cool.
Well, can we do Tannehill in the bottom left?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, that was an easy one. I didn't
Yeah.
think of that.
71% of people took Tannehill.
Yeah.
71%. Jeez.
I thought he would be pretty high.
Yeah. All right.
Jamison Crowder for a Jet Commander. Was he a Commander?
I want to say he was.
I think so.
We're gonna go for it.
Yes, sir.
11%.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff.
That Bucks and Browns one is easy.
What you got?
Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Good.
There you go.
It has to be him.
Wasn't thinking that one. I'll be honest. Good stuff.
Yeah, if you want to do Adam Humphries, you can put it wherever, because I'm not sure about either of those, to be honest. Because I'm thinking Bucks Commander. Ooh, okay, that's good, because I have a
1% on
Wow, that's a crazy pull. For Titans Commanders, Brian Arakpo,
Titans Commanders. Oh my lord.
right? Right?
We're gonna find out. I'm not sure about that one. Wow,
Yeah. Oh
six
yeah.
What
percent.
Oh yeah.
Holy moly!
have
All
we
right.
gotten all of these right so far?
Yes, we
Yep.
have. So you only get 9 guesses with this.
Jeez.
Yeah, you have to get
You have to get
Oh,
it all
so if you
correct.
get one wrong, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my
I want
god.
to say Titans. No, I think I'm wrong on that one. I want to say
what?
Davion
Who?
Clowney for Titans Browns, but I don't think he played for the Titans.
Clowney?
He
Oh
was drafted by the
no.
Just
Texans.
for the Texans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Texans you're thinking of.
I don't he honestly he might have I feel like he might have went to Tennessee after though. For some reason. I don't know why. I'm not sure though.
I'm not sure.
I feel like you're
Can't say on that
right.
one.
I
Isn't
think
he on the? Isn't he there now? Where is he now?
Clowney?
well he
Yeah.
just got cut. I saw he got like cut from somewhere recently. Like
I don't
very
want to look it up.
Or
recently.
is he on the
I'm not gonna
Panthers?
look it up.
I
No,
don't
don't
know.
look it up. No, you can't look it up.
Oh, actually
That's cheating, bro.
Yeah,
I
no, I
think he
agree. I agree.
was. I think he was on the Panthers. I think they cut him or something.
I got one for the middle.
What you got?
Elijah Moore.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
go on.
Yes, sir.
Elijah Moore. The correct Elijah Moore. 10%. All right, we're down to the last one.
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to get it wrong.
So this one's Titans and the Browns. That's it.
Titans Browns.
Yep.
Just those
Titans
two.
Browns.
Um.
Someone watching this is yelling a name, and we just
Yeah.
don't hear
Yeah.
him. And it's like it's
Shit.
so obvious.
Um.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh gosh. Like we had great polls. These are some awesome polls from you guys. This
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah. Titans, Browns.
I really don't know on this one.
Thing is, it's like two middle of the road teams. So like you don't watch them enough to know who they are.
No, they fucking suck.
Yeah, they both suck.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
And like I feel like where we get into like really good polls is like defense or like special teams guys or something.
Yeah.
And I don't really know.
Yeah, I definitely
I
don't.
want to say it's like someone like Harold Landry, or I know that's not a correct answer, but like in that vein, it's like definitely like some linebacker.
Yep. There's some like DN that played on both.
I mean, you could try give Clowney a shot. That's probably our best guess. I don't think we have another guess right now.
Was he a Titan?
I think he was, but I'm not positive.
Yes.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
That
sir.
is fucking awesome.
Nice. Hell
He
yeah.
was a 26% guessed. So so that was just me just overthinking.
That's
it.
awesome.
All right, so so now we can look at like the most common answers were.
Yeah.
Kind of be like, "Oh my god, we thought of this guy, but
we didn't think of. Let's see.
So this just shows you how many possible answers you had for each team,
Yep.
each grouping. So you
Yep.
got 102 for Jess Dolphin, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that is wild.
So here are the most popular. So
Oh wow.
Oh, and Domikong, that was
Ndamukong Suh was the first name I thought of, and then you said Ryan Fitzpatrick. I was like, all right, yeah, let's do Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
that
Chad
was just
Pennington.
luckiness.
Albert Hainsworth is a name that I haven't heard in
Bro,
a
that's
long time.
crazy. That's a crazy pull.
That's but the thing is,
Santana
he's the most
Moss.
common guy.
That is
Santana
wild.
Moss is also a name I haven't heard, and also Deshaun Jackson. Who can forget?
Yeah, he was on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, hell
And
yeah.
This shows how accurate people are in general on getting.
The last one that we
last
did
one,
was
46
the
right there.
rarest to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
Good
dude.
stuff. That's
Run
awesome.
it back. Let's do another one.
Another one?
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's do.
Let's do
a
one
random
that has
number.
like a
Pick a random number 1 through 662.
228.
228. All right.
okay, dang, we going deep.
So remember, this does include. So if we go back this far, you have to think back to other seasons.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
will it not count? Like if this is
uh,
from 20, like if
Yeah,
it's an
you're
old
gonna
one,
have to
it won't
think
it
I
won't count.
believe,
Like it's not
I
gonna count
believe
George
so.
Pickens as a
a
cowboy.
cowboy. Yeah.
He hasn't played a game yet, so that's the big rule with
Right. I
Immaculate
mean that
game.
I was
You have to
being
play at
that
least
that
one
one was
game.
an extreme example, but
Yes.
like it wouldn't if it
So
was
like
before 2024, it wouldn't count Stephon Diggs as a Texan because
Yep.
it wasn't until last season that happened.
I would I would say so. Yes.
Okay.
So let's do one that's a
So
little
we,
more. Let's stick with 2025.
yeah,
Or like
I was gonna
end of the
say,
Yeah,
NFL season.
just
So
yeah,
anything
just do
after February.
yeah,
We'll do 600. Keep it even.
yeah, let's do
Oh,
it.
here we go.
sweet.
Okay, cool. I like this one.
All right.
All right. So right off the bat, 10,000 career passing yards. Mitchell Trubisky.
Does he have 10K?
I think he has like 12. I think I've had this conversation with a guy at work before.
I feel like Jay Cutler is a safer answer.
Does
You
he
know?
have? He definitely has to have
Jay
10,000
Cutler
yards,
definitely
right?
has more than
Oh,
10K.
oh yeah, absolutely, he does.
Oh, and then we'll
Yeah.
save him for first round draft pick for 10,000 passing yards for Mitch.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Jay
All
Cutler.
right,
Yeah, is
54%.
Yep.
probably the
All right, cool.
safest.
First round draft pick. I want to say it's Mitchell Trubisky.
there's
Wait,
so many. Okay, I was waiting. I was like, wait,
1%.
there are so many other first round draft picks we could have
It's
picked.
fine. All right.
I actually can't believe that that's correct with all the other
That is
quarterbacks
kind of
that.
crazy.
I think he has like 12,000 yards passing. Like he's like just over the mark. 'Cause I think I've used him in other 10,000 yard passing groups before, for like the Bills.
Wow.
And it worked. I believe so.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. It kind of makes sense because he had like actually 1 or 2 years of starting for the Bears, like full
Yeah.
time. For
And
the Bucks,
Steelers.
I
And
mean,
they played for the Steelers too.
you could say Brady.
Yeah, Brady, Mayfield.
Yep.
Um, who was the quarterback that they had when they won the Super Bowl? I forget.
Oh.
Oh man, that's
My first thought for this, just to get like really rare, was like Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon. Yeah, yeah. Or like
But no, who was the
did
quarterback that they had?
did Jeff Garcia play
Jeff Garcia, that's who it was.
for the
I
Bucks?
think he might have had that actually.
Or was that I know he played for the Niners. Was he a Niners guy?
He played for 10 years.
Yeah, so he
He
definitely.
definitely threw for 10,000 yards.
Yeah, but was he a Buck though? That's the thing I'm worried about.
Jeff Garcia, yeah, he was a Buck.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he
Okay.
was.
All right. Yeah, yeah. Go for
But
it.
the
Yeah.
real.
2%.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Sorry. I think
Bro,
No,
look at
I
his
was-
head, bro.
I just can't believe that those are all right over like Brady and Mayfield. That's just.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
those would definitely be correct
Those would be
guesses, though.
correct as well. It's any player.
Oh,
that has done
oh, it's
Yeah,
any player.
Anybody
Any
that
player.
checks
Oh.
that box off would be right. Yeah. There are
Oh
multiple.
my
There are.
god.
that. Tony,
Well, like-
I forget that you've never done an Immaculate Group before, and I'm like,
I
wait, how did you
haven't.
not get this? Sorry, I totally forgot about that.
Well, remember when
No, you're
before
good.
when it had all the numbers for the different things, like it said 102 for the Jets, Dolphins. That's because there's 102 different players that have played for the Jets and the Dolphins. That would be correct answers.
Right.
You're right. You're right.
So any player that has 10,000 yards and has played for the Bucks works.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
The
only
rarer the
2% of people decided to pull Jeff Garcia when
I
know.
see now.
Yeah.
probably 80% of people said Brady.
Right.
Yeah, probably. So again, at the end, if we get like one wrong, we'll get as many as we can, and then we'll hit the give up button, and then you can see.
Yeah, you can see what all the correct answers could have
Yeah.
been too.
Like, there's been times where I get like 3 of them, and I'm like, I have nothing, so I just hit
Yeah,
give up just to
sometimes
see
it's
who
tough.
else is in there. Oh, jeez, what did I just do?
Oh yeah, we going big time.
All right, so
I mean, it is kind of like a clout thing to be like, to get a pull that's like super low percentage. Like pulling Jeff Garcia is plus 10,000 aura, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pull Mitchell Trubisky too is another one that's like I didn't think. Wait, is that 1% or is that 10? Is that
That's
1.0?
That's 1.0%.
Oh, I thought that said 10%. See, that's an even crazier pull. Holy shit. Okay, so let's see if we can get a crazy pull for Bears Jets.
I have a couple
Um,
names in mind.
What do you got?
For Bears
Matt-
Jets?
Matt Forte,
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Matt Forte is a great one.
Brandon Marshall,
That's oh yeah.
Justin. Wait, no, it was just Justin Fields was
Justin
on the Jets. Right?
Fields
Matt Forte,
wouldn't
good
count.
pick.
Fields
Justin
wouldn't
Fields
count
wouldn't
yet, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't play a
Yes.
game for them yet.
Oh, yep.
You get
Bucks,
Jets,
Jets.
Bucks. I mean, that could be another Chad Pennington pull, right?
Darrell
Was he a
Revis.
Buck?
Did Revis play for the Bucks?
Yeah, he
Oh,
played for
Ryan
the Bucks for
Fitzpatrick.
a season. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yep.
That's the safe. Yeah.
I was gonna
Wait,
say, yeah,
he
he
doesn't work
really
anywhere else,
is.
correct? Let's make sure he doesn't work anywhere else. He was never. An
He
Eagle.
was never Eagle,
He
no.
was never an Eagle.
He was not a first round draft pick, was he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
34%. Sweet.
He's a cheat code. He's a cheat code in
dude,
this
he's
game.
awesome for this game. I love it. I love it. He's great. There's a few others like that though. Like you have like Frank Gore, who played everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. There's a different guy too.
Did LeGarrette Blount play for the Bucks?
No. He
No,
went
No.
from Patriots to the Eagles.
Patriots, Eagles, Steelers.
Yeah, I don't think he ever
Back to
played
the
for the
Patriots.
Bucks.
I feel like you're thinking of Leonard Fournette. I feel like they're like the same guy in my mind. They have a similar running style.
Oh, DeAndre Swift for Bears, Eagles.
Yep.
DeAndre Swift. Beep boop. Sweet.
Blah 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 blah
Alright.
blah.
Bucks, Eagles. This is a weird one. I want to say. I don't think this guy would ever play for the Bucks. They're
Oh,
playing
this one is
Dolphins.
the same dude as before.
Who?
Oh,
Deshaun Jackson.
Well, yeah, Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, I was thinking Sue again though.
Oh yeah. You
Was he an
did
Eagle?
did Sue play for the Eagles?
I think he
Yeah,
was an Eagle.
I believe he did.
Mm,
Could be wrong on that one, but
I
we
will-
we can
did.
check too
I
afterwards.
will gladly check that because I have a buddy who's an Eagles fan, and he would have loved the Dominican Sue. So
I was gonna say I feel like that I would have known about that.
yeah, I might be
An
blanking.
Eagle.
I thought he was for some reason. I thought he was on.
You
there
might be
for a little
right.
bit.
You might be right.
First round draft pick was Carson Wentz a first round draft pick?
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
I mean, my first thought was Devontae Smith.
I was thinking Smith or was I thought
Hurts.
was Hurts? Yeah, Hurts.
Oh, I'm trying to get wonky with this pick. Is my thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. I mean,
Because you
we
have
could.
so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
years. You have the whole NFL, pretty much like NFL's history to get a first round pick.
Yeah, you can't just say Jahad Campbell and get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking like Randall Cunningham. I don't know.
Was he a first round pick?
I don't even know if he was drafted by the Eagles.
I don't know if he was either.
I have no idea on that one.
We'll go Devonta Smith. Was Devonta a first round pick?
Yeah,
He was.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, he
sure
was.
He was.
he was a Heisman winner, bro.
That's true.
All right, he was there. Jets first round pick.
Zach Wilson.
I gotta go. He's an O lineman.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Tucker.
I believe.
Okay,
I believe
for
he
the
was
dub.
there.
For the dub, let's do it.
Bang.
Let's
It was
go.
Elijah Vera Tucker. 1%.
1%.
Let's go.
That's
Back to
crazy.
back.
Yeah,
This will
that's
never be
crazy.
matched. This will never be matched.
What, 2 1%ers and a 2%er in the same grid?
Yeah, that's insane.
Damn.
All right, so
Yeah,
now we
check
gotta
if
out-
Sue is on the
between the Bucks and Eagles.
Yeah, that middle one.
Dude, only
Which
18 Buccaneers ever have thrown for 10,000 passing yards.
wow.
That's kind
So
of
you've
sad.
played for the Bucks.
I'm
you get
actually
10,000 yards.
surprised that the Bears have 28,
Yeah,
Yeah, me
considering
too.
none of them have ever done 4K in a season.
yeah. All right, so let's
Yeah,
see.
let's see that one.
Bucks Eagles. So here we go. Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, Ndamukong Suh. You are correct. One season.
No,
for
I
the
can't.
Eagles.
I can't see your screen at all. I think it's in a new tab. We can't see
It is in a new tab. Yes.
that list.
Sorry.
So,
So
but yeah, Tony's right.
yeah, he was correct.
Wow.
Yeah, so Zach Wilson was your pick there. Brandon Marshall was your
Yep.
top pick. Peyton Manning was at 10,000. Was the first round.
Oh
10,000
yeah,
yards.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so we got a good mix in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously Brady, super popular for the
Brady.
Buck.
Brady was the easy one. And
Right.
I don't mind taking the easy one sometimes, but I'm also like, you know what? Let's just get weird.
Yeah, spice it up, man.
Let's get weird. Let's pick
We-
all defense.
Yeah, right. Just adding another caveat on top.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hell
That
yeah.
was awesome.
I like that. That was fun. I enjoy doing that. It's cool to just test our ball knowledge real quick.
For sure.
But you know what? We actually have another test of ball knowledge, or rather garment knowledge.
Hell yeah.
How well do you know your garments? We are going to do
We're wearing a few. I know that.
Yeah, of course. We got garments for days up in this and what we're going to do is we are each going to draft 4 NFL jerseys based on how they look, their coolness, and we're going to do basically we're building our own Mount Rushmores of NFL jerseys, so our top 4, but of course we can't pick who came before us. So in order to decide who starts, I'm just going to say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to start because I'm on the left side of the screen.
No, I'm kidding. Go for it.
So I'm going to start actually, and I'm rigging everything. I'm taking my 1 of 1 is going to be the Orange Crush Broncos
You're
jerseys.
fucking kidding me. That was my 1-1.
I was gonna pick that one too.
Yep.
Yep.
That was my
So
1-1.
since
Yeah, it
since
was
I was
close.
tasked with deciding who goes first, I'm going to rig the system and take that. So
That's fine.
those are
Totally
mine.
get it. My buddy's a big Broncos fan. Shout out Joe. And
Shout out Joe.
He wears his jersey. He has a Von Miller Orange Crush Broncos jersey.
Oh wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I love the color.
Phenomenal.
It's awesome.
It's crazy that Von Miller never actually wore one. It's sad that we never got to see that for real.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
All
right.
He might have. Oh, I think he did. Super Bowl.
No.
When they lost to the Seahawks.
No. They didn't have orange crushes on. They didn't have
They
them
did.
for years.
They wore
Not in the
all
Super
orange.
Bowl.
They wore the all orange. Yes, against the Seahawks. When they got blown out.
Not the orange crushes though.
Yes. They wore the all orange.
No, they did
Yes.
not.
They have never won a Super Bowl in the all orange. In the Orange Crush, they've never won.
Well, okay, hold on. They didn't wear. Hold on. Now I'm just looking for pictures from the game. They wore those orange jerseys.
Yeah. So
Their new modern orange jerseys, but not the orange
old
crush
school,
ones.
The old school Orange Crush. Yes, I get what you're
Yes.
saying.
Those are the ones that I'm picking.
Okay, sorry.
And
yeah.
with the blue helmet with the D,
With the D and then the Bronco in the middle.
because the D goes hard. Yes, the Bronco. Yes.
Yeah.
Not their current, because they still wear those like pretty regularly. Like yes, but not. When I say Orange Crush, I'm talking about
Yeah, I got you.
the actual, like the ones they wore in the 70s.
Totally got
And
it.
they brought them back this season.
I'm glad they did.
And that was the first time I think in like 30 something years they wore them. That's why I knew that they hadn't worn them before. So
Gotcha.
Von Miller never wore one.
Gotcha.
But anyway, it's your pick, so go ahead.
You know what? I'm gonna pass this to Anthony. Anthony, you're gonna pick 2. I'll pick 3.
Are you sure?
Wow,
I'll say go
that's
for it.
such a
What,
wow. What a gentleman
if
and a
I pick
scholar.
your like
That's fine.
one you have in mind?
I don't think you're taking this one.
All right, I'm gonna go with the. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's the light green Seattle Seahawks jerseys.
The highlighter green.
I think so with the
They're
blue.
old. They're old.
The neon green.
The color rush. The old color rush from the Seahawks.
I think it's the old color rush. I think
Yeah.
so.
I had that in round 4.
Oh, damn.
I thought you guys were all gonna forget about it. I got snatched it up late. I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that first came to my mind.
It's a beautiful jersey though. Like I
See
do
if
really
I can
like that
get a
jersey. I will
picture
say, I do like
here.
that one.
So we're talking about these ones.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those are the
those ones
ones.
right there.
Yep.
Well, now I'm
Yeah,
just
those are
going to
awesome.
fucking. Yeah, those.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
I'm
Evan.
gonna go with,
Your turn.
I'm gonna go with possibly the most my favorite jersey. LaDainian Tomlinson made it iconic, and that is the Chargers powder blue,
Oh,
which is a top tier jersey in my eyes.
let's go. Let me just look it up just so we can get a picture and confirm that we know that we're talking about the same thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Hold on.
They're beautiful. Phillip Rivers, as obviously it was their jersey for a long time.
Talking about this one.
Yes.
That Chargers blue right there.
I also
Ooh.
that Herbert jersey. I have that as well.
Yeah. This bad
it's
boy.
Beautiful.
Chargers powder blue. Yeah. That's pretty
Chargers powder
solid.
blue is just built different. It's
There
just-
you go.
it's
There's
just-
LT wearing it right there. Bang.
And with the pretty much blacked out visor.
Oh yeah. Which isn't allowed anymore either. Freaking terrible.
Really?
You can't wear visors with like a certain tint, like a certain grade of tint, because they have, for medical reasons, they have to be able to see a player's eyes. I want to say for concussion reasons and stuff like that, to see if you're fucking dying or something.
That's
So
cool.
they have to be able to see through your visor.
Gotcha.
All right, so
think-
now you get to pick again. It's gonna
we're
snake,
gonna
right?
snake in this?
So yeah,
Sweet.
you get to pick
Alright, cool.
again.
I have a tough choice here in round 2. I think if I say it, you guys are gonna hate me for it, because people also hate this jersey.
Hold on, just give me 1 second. I'll be.
Yep. All
I
right,
have
now
a
we gotta
feeling
run
I
the
know
show now.
what it is.
What's that?
I have a feeling I know what it is. I could be really wrong, but
I want to wait until Ryan gets back so you can hear this one.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, now we gotta try and stall for him to come back. Damn, I'm not used to this. Oh, so this is where I can kind of drop this little piece. So I think Anthony, you might have known this, but
All right,
he's back right before
we're
I
good.
dropped it. All right, that'll wait till later.
What? Were you talking shit?
No, I was gonna drop the Corey Black nugget about
Oh,
how he has 12 fingers.
bro has 12 fingers. Crazy. He better get fucking 12 picks.
At least one.
Shit, dog.
So my
Okay, go
pick
ahead.
Is gonna be the Steelers and their Bumblebee jerseys.
Oh,
Round 2 pick.
Wow, terrible pick.
I love that jersey.
Wow,
It's my personal
that's
favorite.
insane. That's insane.
Tony, all you.
all right. So I'm gonna go with this pick just to piss off Ryan, but I'm gonna go with my number 2 pick. I'm gonna go with the Kelly Green. Philadelphia
Okay.
Eagles.
All right. You're just picking every green jersey, aren't you?
No, I
just
mean this
love
is like a
bright
different
green.
shade of. No, this is like a different shade of green. This is like more of
Okay.
a darker vibe.
It's Kelly Green. That's the actual name of the color green.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And those are iconic. Actually, very good
Yeah.
pick. They would have been on my list. I probably would have picked them at some point. Even though I fucking hate when they wear them. And motherfucking Jalen Hurts beating the Bills in, I don't know if it was overtime or what the fuck, but running that touchdown in, wearing the Kelly Greens. Oh my God, I want to fucking kill somebody. Anyway, so it's my pick now.
Yes.
Yep.
I am going to go with, really quickly, these
Yep.
black Falcons jerseys are super, super iconic. I mean,
Yeah.
look, go back
Dion,
to,
those
I was going to say,
I think it's what Dion wore.
like this throwback with that logo and stuff, like when they do that is super iconic. Yeah, even with the red helmet. Oh my God.
Do you like with the red helmet more?
I like the red helmet. Yeah.
I kind of like the
It's
red
pretty
more.
iconic. Yeah. It's pretty sick. And then honestly, I'm kind of running out of ideas. Let's go with let me pull up a picture.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go with fucking this shit.
Oh no.
Let's pull this up.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You motherfucker. I hate you.
Were you
I
gonna
hate
pick?
you.
Were you gonna pick
I
those?
hate you. That was my fourth round pick. Was the
I
Dolphins
mean,
orange?
not this, not this,
No, I was gonna go with that. I was gonna
definitely
go with the
not
Color Rush
this,
orange. No, I
but
was going with
this,
those. I was not taking those ones. I was
not
taking
the
the white
color
one.
rush, but that one. You know, this more like darker orange. Because even like, I mean, hey, Jarvis Landry looks great there, but then when you see it in actual action, they're like more yellow and yeah, no, I don't like it.
I get it. Makes sense.
But yeah. All right, so back to you, Ev, or Tony. Back to you.
All right. I am going to go with the cream colored Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Yeah.
jerseys.
Fuck
Yeah.
you guys. Fuck both of you. You gotta be kidding me.
I was actually like thinking about it, and I was like, "That's crazy that they haven't been picked yet."
That was my next pick. I swear to you, that was my next pick.
Yeah, I had a feeling it might be.
Yeah, it's crazy because I actually was doing some research for this, and I was looking at lists of the best uniforms, and then I looked at a list of the worst uniforms, and that was number one was the Buccaneers creamsicle
That's one of.
jerseys.
If I was to ever buy a Bucks jersey, I'm buying a creamsicle jersey.
I mean, they are pretty iconic.
They're so sick.
It's pretty savage.
Love those jerseys. All right, so I think if Tony's all set, I think with my third round pick, I'm gonna take the Pats red jersey, their AFL red jersey.
Okay. I just want to put this up just to say,
yeah,
here's our Bucks
jersey.
creamsicle jersey. See, there was a different picture I saw before that was like the original. No, I guess the helmet I thought was different, but yeah, the helmet's white. I thought the helmet itself was also orange. But no, yeah. Good pick. Good pick. And then what are you going with?
The Patriots red.
These ones?
Yeah. With
those are actually pretty cool.
With
yeah.
the Patriot on the helmet.
Right. With the helmet.
It's awesome. Yeah.
That is pretty gas. Seeing Brady wearing that too gets me fired up.
The flow. So they wore those jerseys in a game.
Did they get shit on? Not this jersey?
No, not that jersey. I thought about it. That might be my round 4 pick. We'll see. But so they wore that jersey against the Titans in a snow game, and Brady threw for like 7 touchdowns in like 3 quarters against them.
Jeez, dude! Oh my god!
Like 5 touchdowns in 3 quarters, and he got benched.
Holy shit! He got benched?
He got benched in that game because
I didn't know he ever got benched.
It wasn't even close.
Oh! I'm stupid. I'm thinking he got benched for playing bad. But you obviously said he scored 7 touchdowns.
By 40. And then I think for my round 4 pick, I'm trying to rack my brain on jerseys here. because all my other ones that I liked were taken by you guys. So fuck you.
Yeah, it's just because we're good at picking, man.
I guess
Because
so.
we're goated.
Oh, goodness, I can't. I'm trying to think of one. You know what? I'll take this jersey because I just liked it that much, and I'm gonna go. It's another red jersey, and I'm gonna go the Giants red throwback.
No way.
Yes.
No
I just
way,
thought it
dude.
was. I know. I just like it as an alternate. I'm not like I don't wear the color red that much. I just like the red on the jersey. I guess I don't know.
Wow. So you're talking about these?
No, the all red with the white numbers.
Oh, okay.
No, not the
So
red.
less
I don't
woaded
mind
pick
those.
because this
I
is
don't.
terrible.
I don't mind those. I don't mind those.
Oh, I don't know, bro. That's pretty bad. Okay, but we're
No,
talking
no,
about
hear me out. I love
Giants, the Giants red one, like these.
yeah, that.
That is more classic.
Yes.
This
That's
was
the red one.
also on the list of worst jerseys, just so we're
No,
you
how
know
is that?
just so we're
How is
clear.
that a word? How's that a bad jersey?
I don't
No
think it's
way.
really that bad. It's not like it's not extremely like offensive. It's just not, it's not anything.
I almost
I don't know.
jokingly
It's
put
just
in
like
the
why.
Jaguars mustard yellow jerseys.
Oh my god, yeah,
Bro.
those another color rush jersey that is just terrible.
You also had the one time that the Bills and oh my
These
god,
dude,
it's so bad, so bad.
absolutely just dog
You know
water
those? I'll
terrible.
say the Vikings had a sick color rush. I don't know. I just like theirs more than their
These right
jerseys.
here,
Yeah,
I like these. I like these a lot.
yeah, definitely.
Is Tony back? Because I can't see, but I actually like
Yeah,
these
no.
too. This is pretty decent. The Jags are definitely better. Like I know I remember it was. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. These are
Hey,
both Jags, but this is a
question.
better color rush than
Yes,
the tan. You
much
know,
better. Can I take that Giants pick back
sure.
or no? If you don't want me to, it's fine.
You can. I mean, it's still your turn because we're waiting on Tony. I don't know where he went, but
Give me the Titans powder blue.
okay.
Rush. Scroll up a few. This was originally on my list, and I lined it out.
This one.
Yep, that one right there. Yep.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that blue.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't even think that the shirt changes at all from their
No.
normal. I think it was just the pants that became blue. The color rush was just all like one color.
Yeah. The
But
Packers
yeah,
one wasn't bad.
you can see it here
either.
too.
The Packers had a nice color rush. I think it was like the all green.
Yeah, like this is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You're compared to Smurfs. That's great.
Ooh, was
The
this their
yellow-
color
I
rush?
don't mind- I don't
Yeah,
mind
actually,
it.
I don't like that.
I don't mind it.
I would have preferred a. I guess. Oh, they were one of the teams that was white.
They did one of the whites, yeah.
I would have preferred like a green, a solid green all the way through, like more like this.
Yeah.
But that's not even really. I feel like
But
that's their normal ass
but then
uniforms.
if you're gonna do all green, go for the
Listen,
all green.
as long as it's not this, okay,
So
we're good.
see,
This is a more color rushy
yeah.
thing. This might be a. I think this is an edit. I don't think this is real.
Well, what about the one below it with Aaron Jones and a sombrero?
That looks more real.
I think
And that he's dripping. Really, he is dripping right
I will
there.
say that dude's dripped.
But I don't like this with the helmet with nothing on it. I don't really like that.
Yeah, no.
But
No way.
yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out what Tony picks.
I mean, Ryan, go with your pick.
I'm gonna take my
I hate to
pick.
skip over Tony like that.
I'm going to go with the Ravens black, all black. I don't know if this was color rush, but like just seeing Lamar Jackson wearing this, bro.
Gotcha. No, I will say that jersey on a night game, nothing better.
Yeah, man.
That's
like
great. If you're going in to
but
MSG
not with the purple pants.
no purple,
I'm talking
no purple pants.
full black and not
pants.
this
Yep.
shit either.
No.
I'm talking this. Cause that right there is like Baltimore Ravens, like we a bunch of dogs.
That shit goes hard. Yeah,
That shit goes hard. For
that shit does
show.
go hard.
For show.
I gotta look up. I feel like. Do you want to have an honorable mention since while we're waiting for Tony?
Yeah, sure. Because I guess
All
we'll
right.
say this would have been his pick. I'm just going to take him off the screen because fuck him.
Yeah, just for now.
We'll see when he comes back. Here we go. You got one?
I don't have one. I'll be honest. I don't have an. All mine got taken. All the ones that I wrote down, all got taken.
Oh. What was your honorable mention? I thought.
I wasn't sure if you had a few on your list that didn't get taken.
Oh.
Yet.
Well, actually, but for me, it was between the Ravens and the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about like there is like a newer Cardinals all black jersey. But I'm talking about like this one. This is like the OG all black. I wish I could find one with like this.
Yeah.
I remember watching these games with fucking David Johnson wearing the all black, and it kind of just has that like red kind of outline.
The outline.
And I really like that. But then if I take away this, if I don't say 2000s and I just go with a normal one, like it'll show me this. And I don't like this new version as much.
Okay.
Because it doesn't have that red like stripe down the side, you know what I mean?
They have an all red with the red chrome helmets, I'm pretty sure. Or is that the Texans?
Oh, yeah, no, the Texans, yes. Those are really good too.
All red chromed out. Oh, not chromed out, like shiny.
Yes, dude.
That looks sweet.
Talking about this?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Battle red. They call them the battle red. That's what it
Battle red, yeah. Yeah. And those are the helmets that have just the horns coming off the side, not even the full logo. They had a bunch of new uniforms for the Texans did. Like these ones too.
The H-Town uniform.
The H-Town, yeah. The black H-Town ones with the H on the helmet is super super tough. That's a tough pick right there, honestly.
I don't mind that jersey though. I'm not over the moon about it.
Yeah. It's in the middle somewhere. I will say this is a great honorable mention. This Texans jersey. Honestly, I like that. I like that being in there somewhere.
One other one, I would take the Buccaneers. It's their pewter. It's almost like a gray color.
Pewter.
Yep. PEWTER.
Can I spell? Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Gray,
yeah.
That gray color.
You're talking about on the right here.
Yep.
Let's spell it correctly this time. Yeah. I like that. It's almost like a Ash. Like Ash Wednesday.
It just looked cool. I wish they had an alternate logo that went with it.
It's pretty cool.
Like on the helmet.
Yeah. I like it.
That would be my one honorable mention of hey, you didn't get your pick. If I had to pick one other, it'd probably be that one.
Yeah. I like it. Okay, here's Tony. Tony's back.
He's back.
Tony's back.
All right, Tony.
Oh, I thought you guys were here.
How long have you been back? Well, I just had to add you back onto the screen so we could hear you.
I've only been back 2 minutes.
All right.
2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Oh, I didn't.
You guys you kept going, right?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good.
But
good.
you had one more pick in your draft.
Yep.
So you want to take your last pick? We did skip over you. As long as you don't pick the one that I picked, then you're good.
Who did you guys pick?
So when did you leave? I forget.
I left right as Evan was saying Patriots home jerseys, I think.
The red. Yeah.
The Pats red.
Yeah, so that was Evan's last pick, and then I picked the Ravens all black.
Okay.
I don't think you heard my second pick, though, because I went back to back.
No, I heard the back to back.
What was your second one? I thought that was your second one.
Yeah, I took the Pats red, and then I took
Right.
the Titans. I switched to the Titans.
Oh, yes, right,
I took
right.
a Titans
Oh,
red.
you said that you originally said the Giants red,
The Giants red
and
for
then you
the
switched
fourth round
to
pick. I
the
switched to the
Titans color rush
Titans. Yeah.
all blue.
Yep.
Yes. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So then, Tony, let's
Um,
round out your list.
I really don't know for the last one. I didn't think about it.
What do you have so far? I forget.
I have the Cream Bucks, the
Yep.
Seattle
Oh yeah, you have
Seahawks,
and the green
and the
the other green
Eagles.
one. Oh yeah, yeah. Eagles.
I feel like you have to go
I'm
green again.
You just have to the whole theme is green.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we were just talking about a lot of like honorable mentions that
Well, that
you could have scooped up.
the Texans one looked
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
So you know what? I don't have anything else in mind. I'm just
The
gonna say
red.
screw it.
You're gonna
Yeah, I'm
take the
just gonna
red
go.
Texans.
The battle red.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. That's a great pick.
That's a sick uniform.
That's awesome. Man, I don't know. We're gonna have to our viewers, all 8 of them. We're gonna have to let us know in the comments, or might be less than that because one of them's me probably. But
I think I'm one of them as well.
all 5 of our viewers are gonna have to let us
All
know in the
five.
comments
Yeah, definitely.
who drafted the best NFL jerseys.
We have to keep a running tally. We gotta start doing that.
Right.
Of
Next
who
episode,
wins.
we're gonna run it
Yeah.
back with something else, and we'll see
Yeah,
who can
definitely.
draft the best. Hell yeah. Cool, man. That was a fun little segment. Just
That's
kind of
cool. Yeah.
riffing on that.
Yeah.
So then let's just get some real quick talk about some basketball because we got some stuff going on. We actually have, I want to say it's the Pacers playing right now, and I'm gonna just check the score real quick. Whoa, the
Oh no.
Pacers are up by 41 at halftime.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, Ryan, what happened last time you talked about this game?
So
Wasn't
last
there a buzzer
episode,
beater to win it?
no, yeah, no,
Yeah, there was.
oh yeah,
Last time we talked about this game?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, because last episode I think the Cavs were up by 20 or something or 18 and then I was like, "Oh, you can just pencil in the Cavs to move on." And then obviously Tyrese hit the game winner at the end
Yep.
and that was nuts. That happened like towards the end of our recording.
Say probably
Freaking
5 or 10
insane.
5 or 10 minutes after we stopped recording, they
Yeah.
hit a game winner.
Yeah. It was wild. So, I mean, this one I feel a little more confident with cuz it's 41 point difference.
I
That's
would
insane. They had it.
break out the Sharpie on
It's
this one.
80 to 39
Oh my god.
at half. So
In what
honestly,
quarters?
I'm not gonna make any guarantees because obviously anything can happen. The playoffs have been insane so far,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I'm
there's
not
been
gonna
a
say
lot of
anything.
crazy comebacks.
But it's the Cavs are obviously the number one team. They look kind of vulnerable right now, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's rough for
What
them.
quarter is it in?
It's at half right now. It's at
Halftime.
halftime. Yeah,
Halftime they put up 100. They put up 80.
yeah.
Holy
They put up
shit.
80 in the first half,
Oh my god.
which is insane considering the fact that the Thunder only put up like 90 today in the whole
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. They at halftime the game should have ended at like 88 to like 77 or something like that.
Yeah, you're talking about the Thunder game?
If they just doubled it from halftime, yeah.
Yeah.
It
They
was
had the lowest scoring first quarter in playoff history, or they tied for the
Really?
lowest scoring. Yeah. It was something crazy like that.
That's
Um,
crazy.
but outside of that, we're going to talk about some other kind of NBA stuff, and we're going to just ask the question, what's in store for our boy Giannis? Obviously, the Bucks are eliminated. They got eliminated by the Pacers. And Giannis is kind of like we saw it in the first game when there's no Dame. It's like he's the only guy that can really do much for them. And all the rumors and all that stuff is pointing to maybe Giannis is going to want out of Milwaukee. So, what do you guys think about Giannis potentially leaving? Do you think he leaves? And if he does, where do you think he's going to go?
I think if Giannis, I think Giannis is gonna leave. That's my first thing. I'll start with that. He's gotta
Mhm.
leave. You tried to help out with Dame, didn't work, or didn't work. He blew out his Achilles, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And I think I don't say Jan's getting fed up, but I think he wants to change. I think he wants a change in general. And I don't know where he goes. I don't know what teams have the capabilities for him. I think after the draft, that's when you'll be like, all right, he's going
Mm.
to go here and here and here. Because if teams don't get their guy or free agency happens and they're like, oh, well, we didn't get our guy in free agency, what's the price tag on Giannis? I think that'll be the easiest time for us to kind of know when. But if I say I had to pick a team, I mean, do the Thunder go try and go get him?
Oh, that would be
Do the
crazy.
T Wolves try and go get him? I mean, that's
Depends what you'd have to give up for him.
I'm only thinking because of the Thunder because they have so many draft picks. Sam Presti
Mm.
has a small stockpile of draft picks that he can just be like, all right, you want 4 first-round picks? Here you go. I mean, I think it was something like he has 8 first-round picks in the next like few years or something like
That's
that.
insane.
It's something
I did not know
crazy.
that is crazy.
I did not know that either.
I could
But
be
that would be.
completely out of proportion, but you might have like 3 in the next however many years.
I believe that
There
they
was
probably have a
there was a whole
stockpile.
big thing where he just kept trading guys for picks, for picks, for picks.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, with OKC, if he goes to OKC, how much of a powerhouse are they going to be, dude? They're already like
Mm-hmm.
miles ahead of the next best team.
Yeah.
I say that as they had a really close game today and are barely, I think they're even up with the Nuggets now.
2-2.
Um,
They're
so
even with
clearly they could use probably some size outside of Chet. But who do they give up? Do you give up? You have a lot of good pieces there. I mean, I feel like a guy like Isaiah Joe, freaking yeah, maybe Hartenstein, maybe
Hartenstein, Dort. Sadly, I love Lou Dort.
Dort.
He's a dog, Canadian at that.
He is.
Um,
Kason
so
Wallace.
I would go. Who?
Kason Wallace. He's a rookie.
Wallace. Okay, that's from another name.
He's a bench guy, but he is productive for them.
Okay, and then you could even throw in J Will, not J Dub. They're different. They have 2.
Yes,
I
2
think they have
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams. So
yeah,
J Will, I would throw in.
you're talking
him
about the
and
second Jalen Williams.
Yeah, then throw in like
Not
2
their.
first-round picks,
Yeah, not the main guy.
and then just
I
see what
think they
happens.
could get it done.
I think so.
They
What do you
could,
think?
yeah. With what they like, all the pieces that they have, yeah, they could
Mm-hmm.
definitely send something for him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Any
mean, I
thoughts, Tony?
was originally I was thinking he would be a good fit in the Rockets, but then you said the Thunder, and I'm kind of just like, oh my god.
That would
I
be
hope
scary
not
out
for the
west.
Celtics' sake, but
I agree.
I mean, wherever he goes, it's going to be bad for everybody that's not that team. I mean,
yeah,
as long as if he
yeah,
goes
yeah,
to a contender, like I mean, the Rockets are the number 2 team in the West. If he goes
yeah,
there, it's still
that's still pretty
crazy.
bad.
To pair
Yeah,
him up with Şengün would be
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. What
But
about
what do the
the
Rockets give up?
Nuggets?
The Nuggets. I don't see that
No,
happening.
I see Thunder. I see Thunder way more personally.
The
If you're like,
one
hey, you have to put money on this team, put money on the Thunder.
that I see, and I would love to see this,
Mm-hmm.
would be the Spurs.
Oh my lord.
Fucking Wemby
Him.
and Giannis, bro.
Oh, that would
Holy
be
shit.
insane.
So here's a quick thing. I don't want to get too off topic, but
You're fine.
I don't know if this is true, but a couple weeks ago, it might not be now because the Nuggets are a lot better than we expected in the playoffs without their
Mm-hmm.
coach. But a couple of weeks ago, after they fired the coach, there was a report that came out that said Jokic wanted out of Denver and he
Mm-hmm.
was looking at San Antonio as a possible destination.
Wow.
Ah,
Thing is,
Yeah.
who plays the center
I
in that game? Wemby, right? Wemby has to play center.
He has to, yeah.
Has to.
Put
Dude's
Jokic
I
at the
seven
mean,
four.
just
four.
put Jokic at
Play
the
center.
fucking point at that point, dude. Like,
Oh God.
honestly, bro, like that's insane. I don't see that happening because I feel like the fact that they fired their coach is like Jokic probably. I mean, I don't. Did we? I feel like we talked about this. It might have been like the first episode that we talked
Mhm.
about this, Tony. Um, but like the fact that they fired their coach probably at least partially because of Jokic and his like not really agreeing with Michael Malone. I think he's gonna stay in Denver, and he's getting paid, bro. He's getting paid
You're
there.
getting paid. You are 100% true. 100% facts right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I think he'll stay in Denver. I don't see that happening. But
It was just like one report too. Like it
Hmm.
wasn't like a bunch of different. Everyone wasn't saying that. It was just one little
mhm,
thing I still like came across.
yeah, no fucking. I mean, with San Antonio, they just need one more piece. I feel
Hmm.
like, and they need everybody to stay healthy. Obviously, Wemby had
Yeah.
the deep vein thrombosis, friggin' scary injury. I didn't even know it was a thing until it happened to him, and apparently, it's like the scariest injury you can have. But um, if he can stay healthy for a full season, and you get some chemistry with De'Aaron Fox, you got Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year. If you get a guy like Giannis in there too, that freaking front court is crazy, bro. Or
Yeah.
back court, whatever fucking court it is. I think it's the
I
front.
think it's the
But
front court.
yeah, right.
Negative ball knowledge going on right now.
Negative ball knowledge. Their front court. It's the front court for sure.
It's the front court.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Um, but the two of them paired up is crazy. Giannis is 6'11". Wemby's like 7'1", or he's like 7'4".
I think it's like seven. I want to say 7'4".
He's over 7 feet, and
Yeah.
Giannis is nearly 7 feet as well. You ain't getting shit to the rim on them,
No.
bro. You ain't going in the paint for nothing. You better have good 3-point shooting if you're gonna beat that team.
Yeah.
That's the team I would be the most scared of if Giannis goes there.
Hmm.
Because already they're scary just because of Wemby.
Yeah.
And if De'Aaron Fox plays well, they'll be freaking scary.
Yeah.
The other one I could see, or I saw some stuff about, was the Nets. I feel
I
like
saw that too.
the Nets are
But like
always like trying to make moves and then they can't. Like it never fucking works out. The
the
Nets
net
would have to
the
give up a lot, and then they really don't have any other pieces. Then, like you have to give up like Cam Johnson and like Nick Claxton, people like that, and then it's
th-
like you have fucking nobody.
they would
My
suck
question.
if Giannis went there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They would still suck.
They're gonna give up
It'd be
Ben
like
Simmons.
Milwaukee all
Great
over.
great call. Great job. That's really gonna move the needle for the Bucks. Is Ben Simmons
Ben
totally.
Simmons, or like an ancient Blake Griffin to play with
Yeah.
KD and Kyrie. Like
Again.
yeah.
again, run it back, baby. That'd be a different story if they got KD back and Giannis.
Yeah.
Now we're getting outrageous now.
Hold on, a little out there.
S- Scariest team for me would be like the Thunder, yeah, but also the Knicks. I feel like if he went to the Knicks,
Oh my god.
that would
And the
be
Knicks could easily move some pieces. Sorry,
yeah,
but
that would be game over for Boston.
Fuck. Yeah, Cat and fucking Giannis.
I
Scary.
think Cat gets moved
You think so?
in that trade. Yeah.
It does kind of feel like they would have to give up a pretty important piece. If not Cat, then it's somebody like it's like you'd need to give up Ananobi and Mikal Bridges or like something like that
Hmm.
to make a Giannis happen,
I could see like a
or
Cat
Josh
and
Hart.
Bridges, or Cat and Josh Hart
Yeah.
Yeah,
picks to the Bucks. and then they get Giannis and whatever else equals out for cap reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if they have to give up Cat for Giannis, it doesn't scare me as much. I'm I am more scared of Cat than Giannis when it comes to just like the all around way that he affects the game. You know what I mean?
Really?
I could kind of see that a
Because
little bit.
Cat can shoot too. Giannis really ain't shooting the three. Cat, you have
Yeah.
to guard him on multiple levels, and he's
I
a defensive presence. Like Giannis is a beast inside. Don't get me wrong, and I would be fucking scared of him on the inside. But he can shoot threes all day. I'll let him shoot threes all day. He doesn't really
Okay.
like stretch the floor in that way, you know. So
I
if
can
but
see it.
if you
I
have
get what
both
you're
of
saying.
them, like if you paired them up, holy shit, it'd be
Mhm.
awesome. Cat playing center and Giannis at the 4, Brunson at the point. Doesn't even matter who the fuck else you have at that point.
Yeah.
But if you have to give up Cat to get Giannis, it's kind of like I feel like there's not much improvement there, if anything.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah. Because Giannis is probably better in the paint, but
Much
you
better.
give up the aspect of 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I feel like it evens out that way.
I think Cat would have to be a part of that trade. I believe so.
I agree. It seems like that would be the case.
But
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with good old Giannis.
yeah.
So is
against
it
the team pool.
he's not gonna be a free agent, right? Someone
No.
has to trade for him.
No,
believe
he
so.
wouldn't be a free agent.
I believe he has to
Okay.
be traded for.
They'd have to trade, yeah.
Gotcha.
And this is all speculation because he hasn't officially like demanded a trade or requested
Right.
a trade.
Right.
This is
Right.
just speculation. But let's get to what everyone's really here for, and that's for us to talk about the fucking Celtics. On the day this comes out, the Celtics will be playing game 4, but obviously they won game 3. They actually have some hope in this series against the Knicks. They're down 2-1, but it's a whole lot better than being down 2-0 and even better than being down 3-0. What they would have been if they hadn't won. And they actually held on to a fucking lead. Guys,
Crazy.
does this make you feel better about the series? I mean, you guys think we're going to pull it out and win?
I think that it gave them, obviously, it gave them a little hope because if they lost that game 3, then they were absolutely done for.
Yeah.
You go down 0-3, that's it. You were done. So you went into that game as a Celtics fan thinking we better win this game and we have to win this game or we're fucked.
Yep.
So I think overall it was a way better performance for them. They were shooting the threes way better. It seemed like they weren't forcing as many three shots. Like the threes that they were taking up were good or decent looks for the most part. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and they were falling a lot more. They shot
Right.
50% from 3 compared to
Right.
25%.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Actually, I think I texted you guys during the game, and I was like, "They're taking the smart shot finally."
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it took them 2 games to figure it out, but like there
Yeah,
were
where
times
was
where
this game one?
a guy was guarded and he would pass out of it to another guy, and then he would take a shot. We're like, oh my god, they're doing it! They're doing
No
basketball things.
way.
It was crazy.
That's how it
And
works. Holy
yeah,
shit.
and like Ryan had under his name before, get in the paint. They got in the paint a little bit in that game too.
Yeah.
Like the first, I went to the first quarter, the first good chunk of that game, they were driving into the paint. And also, I say one thing that Joe Mazzulla thought of big time was Mitchell Robinson cannot shoot free throws.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yep.
And
It was
that's
Hacka Mitchell
back.
Robinson.
Dude, that was. I heard the announcer say Hacka-Mitch, and after
Yeah.
he said Hacka-Bitch, and I was like, wait a second, you can't say that on air, dude.
Bro, you
You can't say that.
can't do it, bro.
Dude, I love that Joe Mazzulla thinks of like the weirdest stuff. And also,
Dude, he's funny as fuck.
he's great. I love him as a coach. He's awesome.
Love it so much.
But yeah, I think that'll be the next biggest thing is that Mitchell Robinson can't shoot free throws, and they're gonna
Mhm.
try and exploit that every chance they can.
I think they're gonna try to keep him off the court as much as possible. Why would you
So
even put him on the court?
no, so that's why they started playing Precious Achua, their other power forward. I'm pretty sure, and kind of in place of him here and there, and he
Yeah,
played well. But again, it's at center. Precious Achua is only 6'8". You're not gonna play him at center. You're just
right.
going wicked small. At that point, Porzingis, get out there.
Yeah,
That'd be my counter. If you're gonna play him, I'm gonna put Porzingis out there. Cool with me.
there you go.
But
So they have a counter for everything.
I would hope so.
I mean, it bodes well that they got a lead early. It was a lot like the other two games, and I want to say at halftime they had around a 20-point lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, just
May,
close it, please close it, please.
mm-hmm.
And they did. They closed it.
One thing I caught on to was they kept scoring. They didn't just like hang back and pass the ball around
Yeah,
and shoot a three. They kept trying to actively put up points. I think that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing. Like that's I think they did that in the regular season too. Was they like, okay, we're up by 20, foot off the gas, just coast to the end, cool.
yeah,
Then they go, oh shit, they're down by we're only up by 8. We gotta start scoring again. And then they're down, and then they're only up 2, and then they're losing. So it's kind
right.
of seeing it too late. So I think that's
Hmm.
their biggest thing now is score, score, score. And obviously that always helps you. But
Yeah. See, I can't remember if it was the finals or if it was just the conference finals last year
mm-hmm.
when it might have been the finals because I think they went up. Did they go up like 2 games or something? And then I want to say the Mavs, like, did they win one game?
They won one game. The Mavs blew them out,
Yeah.
and it
And
was
I,
in Dallas.
right. I think that it was after that game that Tatum was talking about how Joe Mazzulla made them watch footage of like MMA fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And he would show them as soon as like if you had them in a headlock, as soon as you like let off any sort of pressure, that gives them an opening to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that's such the Joe Mazzulla way of
Mm-hmm.
that's how he communicated this point of like don't let up because the second that you take your foot off the gas, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to take advantage. And it feels like that's what they did in these first 2 games when they blew those fucking leads. They took their foot off the gas. They can't do that. And they did it in game 3 is they kept their foot on the gas the whole time. They didn't let go of that headlock that they had them in. And
Right.
they carried it all the way through to the end of the game. And that's what they have to do. I don't know why they couldn't remember that before.
Yeah. Why? Where was that game one?
Right. And it's like you've been in these situations before. Clearly, like I just said, in the finals last year, in the playoffs, you were in these
Right.
situations. You've had these lessons. How can you not you're not applying it now? It doesn't make sense. But I mean, I'm just glad that they did it in game 3 and we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
all we got to wait for is one more sleep, and we got game 4, 7:30.
yeah.
So
Yes, sir. Tomorrow night.
I'll say this. I've feel like this Celtics team for years has been like that. Like they just always like they used to have a big problem in the third quarter, like just
Mm-hmm.
letting
Yeah.
teams catch up to leads.
Yep.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's something their mentality or maybe coaching. I don't know, but they've always been like that for some weird reason.
Hmm.
It's really
Maybe
strange.
maybe it's the way that they play. I don't know, but it's very annoying just seeing like year over and over again like they the same kind of thing, and it's not like rare either. Like this happens like frequently with them,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I
so
mean,
it's disturbing to be honest, because it's like, oh well, how do you know they won't do it again?
you
We
don't.
don't. We have to just sit there and watch. It's like Clockwork Orange. You gotta get your eyes held open and
Yep.
just
Yep.
sit there and watch and just see what happens.
Yeah.
They did it against the Cavs in the regular season. Remember that game against the Cavs? The first quarter, they were up by 20.
Yep.
They went crazy in the first quarter, and then they just decided to not play the rest of the game, and they lost. So I don't know what it is that even gives them the ability to perform like that in only half the game, but it can't happen. That's going to be the biggest thing for them.
Yeah.
Clearly, you can handle this Knicks team. You have the ability. You just got to do it. Just turn it on.
Yeah.
They
guess
should realistically be up 3-0 right now.
They should.
In
Yeah.
all honesty, because the Knicks have not been playing like too great, I would say.
So I saw a post the other day. It was like, oh, Knicks or Celtics play great, they win. Celtics play okay, they win. Celtics have 2 bad games, they lose. They lose by 1 point.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can just say, hey, you have 5 less turnovers, you make a few more free throws, you win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So again, I hate to say it this way, you know who the better team is. You know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
But who's going to play better on those nights? That's the question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That is a beautiful end to that segment. And it actually makes me think about Cleveland, because that's, I feel like, a sentiment you could say about them.
Yeah.
Clearly, Cleveland's the better team. Meanwhile, score update, they're down by 34 right now.
They're cutting down the lead.
And they're down 2-1 in the
cut
series,
the lead to
right?
34.
They cut the lead.
They're already down 2-1.
A big 3 from Donovan Mitchell, and that cuts the lead down to 31.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Crazy, man.
32.
Oh!
Here we go.
Wild. What a fun episode.
That was great.
Glad to be with y'all. Always fun talking about cool shit. Man, let's do it.
Episode 5 is in the books already.
Episode 5.
5.
Here's the book.
5 episodes already.
Close it.
Close it.
Here's the book. Take the episode, put it in the book. Close the book.
I hear you,
Close the
buddy.
books.
Well, thanks everyone again for, listening to the podcast. It means a lot to us. Be sure to give us a like, follow, share on the Touchdown Talk Pod on Spotify, YouTube. Follow our Instagram page if you haven't already. And
I follow. You should too.
Yes, you should. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, y'all.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Peace.